Alright, so I was just lying in bed and I think I may have figured out the truth of our existence. Alright, so hear me out. I've always wondered like how we got here and shit. You know, some people say it's like a simulation, some people say God did. Me, I think we're just in a long line of civilizations that have advanced so far that technology just becomes biology. Let me explain though. We think of like biological things as like natural and like not man-made, right? But I just think that it's so like advanced that we just don't realize that it's actually mechanical. Okay, now listen, nature knows how to just run itself, right? Nature just like has that shit figured out, but like humans and technology, you gotta like look after it, you know what I mean? But that's just because we haven't made it far enough, that like we just haven't reached like a high enough level. Nature runs off of like sunlight, you know what I mean? And we aren't even that advanced. But guess what, like we've made technology that runs off of sunlight. Guess what else runs off of sunlight? Us. Oh, you know what? Here's another good example. Look at the way we design shit, right? We're just getting closer to nature, I feel like. Let's look at the Industrial Revolution, okay? Everything used to be like chunky metal, like square, like smoke coming out of everything. Like it's so obvious that it's man-made, right? As we get more advanced and advanced, the designs are becoming more sleek and like subtle. You know what else is sleek and subtle? Nature. Okay, look at a Tesla, right? And then look at like a beluga whale. Bro, that's like the same thing. And Teslas are getting smart. Teslas can drive themselves. You know what else can drive themselves? Beluga whales. Like, you know what the next step is? Technology needs to learn how to replicate itself. You know what I mean? So we don't have to build more, so it can just build its own. It's literally, we've just made our own nature. And then take this in. We advanced so far that our technology starts to think for itself. Guess what technology we're making that thinks for itself? AI. Exactly. See, you're catching on now.
No, the fuck I'm not, dude.
So our AI is gonna get so good that it can think for itself and make decisions that will benefit that program. You know what else type of programming makes decisions off of learning over many trials like AI does? DNA. I'm telling you, AI is just like a beta version of DNA, right? DNA is like billions of years of just it learning what works and what doesn't, right? That's literally exactly what AI is. AI just takes shit and learns what works and then does that. I'm actually blowing my own mind right now. Either I'm onto something right now or it's 4 a.m. I think it's just a loop. I think a civilization advances enough to make its own nature, and then that nature advances enough to make its own nature. That explains everything. Doing these videos is kind of therapeutic. Like I'm getting a lot of these thoughts out of my brain. Most of the things I say is just actually just garbage, so I feel like I'm like filtering out my brain, like I'm putting my brain like through a Brita. How do these people lock onto my head so fast? They actually have to have like better CPU in their brain.